All they want is what's right. Two fathers fighting for justice for their children and 8 others who were killed on a wedding bus in the Hunter Valley nearly a year ago. They were blindsided by a plea deal. Manslaughter charges against the driver, Brett Button, who had prescription drugs in his system, dropped. Adam Bray's son, Zach, died in the crash. Adam, you met with the New South Wales Attorney-General Michael Daly today, wanting those manslaughter charges reinstated. Instead, what did you get?
We got explanations as to why there wouldn't be intervention from the Attorney-General. We requested intervention. We expected intervention. We checked the facts legally that it is possible for an Attorney-General to intervene, to remove the whole DPP if required, if they haven't performed their duties, their public duties properly. And that remains the case. They haven't performed properly.
So how do you feel about that, knowing you didn't get the result you wanted today from that meeting?
We try to be objective to it, but the reality is it hurts, yeah? So to have these manslaughter charges removed, gone, the case has moved forward. Constitutionally, we can't change that. That's the court system. We didn't have any say in it. We didn't have any chance to object. We didn't have any chance to put our facts and things forward with the DPP. So for me, the DPP have totally, just blindsided us, as you've said, to pursue, in their belief, the right course of justice.
So that's the part that's hard for me, right? To be told, no, this can't be reversed. This is what you're stuck with. Were you at least told why the charges were downgraded?
There was hypothetical explanations as to why they're downgraded, how it would go through the court process, how it would go through trial, how toxicologists from defence would be challenging the prosecution. But isn't that what our justice system is for? That a strong DPP can actually defeat and respond with evidence and facts.
Well, if it goes to trial,
defence,
right, and say it goes to trial and you don't get manslaughter, you could still have these charges there as a secondary charge, dangerous driving occasioning death. And then when you look now, he's pleaded guilty to 10 counts of that. He was under the influence of tramadol, which is a strong prescription painkiller, so an opioid. He'd had too much and it impaired his driving. So if that's not manslaughter, you should at least be told why.
Look, murder there's 4 different classifications of murder, right? And one is premeditated. So if you know that you've overdosed on opioids, you know the impact it has on you. You've now written in a statement and signed a statement that it impacted you. Yeah? You'll reverse that if it was in a trial and you're pleading not guilty. Of course, you'll change the facts and you'll manipulate the system. You know, this is a individual who's committed a crime and he knew he was committing a crime. And what he said verbally inside that bus to those passengers, it's just horrifying. Like, hang on, we're going to enjoy this, hitting around about at 80. A bus tipped over at 56 kilometres. The tipping speed on that Volvo 2013 B37, with limited technology, but enough to say what the speed was, is 31 kilometres. This is going 56.
Wow.
So,
and as we know, 10 lives were lost that night. Another 25 people were injured. In your meeting with the Attorney-General today, you gave him something. 10 photos of the victims. Why?
Because that's what we're there for. We're there for justice. Yeah. So there's a colour photo, there's 10 victims. That's how I opened the meeting today. Yeah, that's not strategy, that's reality. That's a human thing. That's 10 human lives who have perished, who have been killed, murdered, manslaughtered, whatever we want to call it. Forget what we want to call the charges. The fact is, there needs to be justice. That's all we're calling for. Justice is a sentence for this individual that matches the severity of the crime. And it's not like he's just a taxi driver who's totally clean, going along and runs over a pedestrian and kills them. That's horrible. That's tragic for the driver and for that. But this is premeditated. This is an individual who's got form.
Well, I mean, this is the part where we do need to be a little bit careful because he has what he's pleaded guilty to and he's yet to be sentenced in that regard. But Matt Mullen, who lost his daughter Beck in that crash, he was in that room with you today and he is so distraught tonight. And this is where it's so unfair because this trauma is brought up again.
For sure.
Is there anything good that came from this meeting today?
There is some good things and we need to hang on to the positives, yeah? All we've got is love, faith, hope, meaning and purpose, right? So we don't draw some positivity from it, we're crushed, yeah? We're crushed anyway, so we've got to hang on to a little bit of that. So, review and reform, okay? So we've had a commitment from the Attorney-General today to work with the prosecutor, the DPP, and our group, the family group, the survivors, to get together on the sentencing process.
Keep you involved in it across every step, so you're not blindsided. But
more importantly, the horrible, it is horrible communication from the DPP. There's zero communication. There's mixed messaging. They disclose, you know, they don't disclose information to me because they know I'm going to agitate. Yep. They tell all the other families, but let's not tell Adam Bray about the opioids. Let's not tell him about that. I heard that on the 6 o'clock news.
That's not good
I'm
enough,
supposed to be told all that stuff.
Yeah, and this is where the process needs to be better. And I know you got a commitment from the Attorney-General today, and all I can say is good on you, keep up the fight, because I know right now it's tough, but thank you, Adam.
We're 100% will, yeah.
You're doing it for Zach.
We're in it for that, absolutely.
Good on you.
Thanks, Ali.
Thank you.